Greetings and thank you for checking out the 7-minute free therapy session. My name is Seth Needing and I'm a licensed mental health therapist as well as a licensed addiction recovery therapist. I also have a strong background in spirituality, and so I'd like to be able to share with you those 3 different perspectives for overcoming cognitive, emotional, behavioral, and relational problems. I've had 40 years of experience, and I've had the opportunity to be the director of a large inpatient mental health unit as well as a large inpatient alcohol drug recovery program. So I want to share with you the research on overcoming alcohol and drug problems, which has shown that individuals who have both a very strong recovery program as well as a very strong spiritual program have the best outcomes. It's also been shown that individuals in the mental health field who not only overcome depression, but actually lead a life filled with some joy and happiness, have a very strong relationship and support group as well as a strong spiritual program. So what do we mean by a strong recovery program? If you're in the field of overcoming alcohol and drug addiction, it might mean having a treatment plan that's based in active involvement in Alcoholics Anonymous or Celebrate Recovery. And active means reading the big book, working the 12 steps, having a sponsor, doing daily devotionals, and actually serving in the program and giving back by perhaps even just setting up chairs or making coffee. Also, in the spiritual, for Christians, it would mean going to church, reading the Bible, praying, doing daily devotionals, and also perhaps giving back by serving in the church, greet people, or pass out bulletins. And so in the field of mental health, it has also been shown that those individuals who move beyond from depression to becoming just undepressed, and I don't believe that that's a healthy goal. I believe that people should go further with that and seek a healthy lifestyle of trying to find joy in an abundant way of living. And those individuals have had an active social support system. They surround themselves with people who are true friends, individuals who want to see them succeed, perhaps an accountability partner, someone that's there to help guide them and actually point out when they get off track. But it's also been shown that those individuals who have an active spiritual life also do better. And again, it's the same qualities of reading the Bible, praying, doing daily devotionals, and serving and giving back. So I want to talk about, in this series, it's going to be a free series that's going to be out here on video. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I do have a book that's out on the internet, but it is, again, totally free, and we'll talk about that later. But right now I want to share with you that the areas I'm going to be covering are moving from depression to joy, from anxiety and panic to internal peace, from anger and perhaps rage to patience, from having damaged self-esteem to finding purpose and direction in life despite or even because of the damage, and we'll talk about what that means. Moving from addictions, whether it's alcohol, drugs, pornography, gambling, or any other addiction, to having freedom. And moving from conflictual relationships or abusive relationships to healthy relationships, and moving from conflict to forgiveness. We also want to cover overcoming childhood traumas and finding strength from that adversity, and not just being able to function, but to function in a very healthy way, and sometimes using that adversity as a strength. And I really want to have 3 main purposes for doing this series of videos. The first one is to help individuals who have emotional problems that interfere with their functioning, and then individuals who may have cognitive problems, cognitive distortions or thought problems that actually lead to unhealthy choices. Then I want to talk about behavioral dysfunction and how to have functional behaviors. And that these are things that can be skill-based, that we can learn certain skills that will actually help us rather than just having therapy that does validation and acknowledgement of feelings. I'd like to teach you a series of skills in each of these areas, and again from a mental health perspective, a recovery perspective, and a spiritual perspective, skills that with practice can be learned and eventually will take over and change the negative thought process to a positive thought process. And also I want to discuss relational conflicts and moving away from dysfunctional or unhealthy relationships, perhaps even abusive relationships. My second purpose for doing this series is to help individuals who already have an active spiritual life, whether they're Protestant, Catholic, non-denominational Christians, or perhaps even come from another spiritual background, on how to use their spirituality as a way to have positive mental health, positive relationships. Often individuals don't even think of looking into their spiritual life, but they go to secular therapists to seek answers. And the third is I feel that a lot of individuals have been lost in life. They're living their lives kind of a day at a time with no sense of purpose or direction. And I want to help individuals who particularly have gone through some serious life problems, traumatic experiences, to know that they can overcome those and they can find purpose and direction for their lives. I found a number of individuals who've had alcohol and drug problems that they use that experience to become great alcohol counselors or great sponsors to help other people. Individuals who've been teased, harassed, bullied in life, who have used that experience to become great teachers, great guidance counselors, or even great coaches. And individuals who've even gone through serious sexual abuse, who have used that experience to become great parents. It's getting healthy, not despite the trauma, but it's actually because of the trauma that they're able to utilize that experience as a new source of positive energy and expertise. Thanks again for checking us out, and I hope that this series proves beneficial to you and that it will have a significant positive impact on your life. So wishing you mental health and blessings.